they got to have it. Y'all better win a game kind of football game. That the Detroit Lions, look, they've responded over and over and over again. It's a stat that I think we're getting sick of citing because they keep losing games, which means that we keep having to talk about how they don't drop back-to-back games. It's time to start stacking wins together, or they won't be in the big dance at the end of the year. It comes down to this here right now. It feels like the kind of game that they have to win. We don't throw around the term must win here at the show very often, but this feels like it's about as close to one as it can be. It's Lions and Cowboys tonight at Ford Field. Can they save their season? Do the Lions bounce back again and follow the most direct path to the playoffs? Can they keep it alive? They have played 56 regular season games over the past 3+ years without losing 2 in a row. The Lions, 14-0, coming off a loss. The Lions, not only that, 13-1 against the number, meaning they're beating people above the expectation regularly. It's not just bouncing back, it's bouncing back with a vengeance. And this is an extremely difficult matchup for this particular Lions team. The way that they are currently playing has been a problem. It's been a problem because their defense isn't stopping the pass. Their offense isn't protecting the quarterback as well. So, and specifically the interior of the offensive line, this is a terrible matchup. But it's not hopeless. Look, when the Lions have the football, Dallas's rush defense has been elite since they acquired Quinnen Williams. He and Kenny Clark and their 5-man front have held opponents to less than 70 yards per game when they've put that group together. But let's keep in mind who they were playing. These are not the best rushing teams. Kansas City, Philadelphia, on paper, they look like they should be a great running team. They have not been. And Saquon Barkley's struggles throughout the year have been well documented. And the Vegas Raiders are the worst rushing team in the NFL. So these are all mid to lower half rushing football teams. The Lions are amongst the best in the NFL top 5 in running the football and have one of the most dangerous weapons in the league in Jahmyr Gibbs. Graham Glasgow is back at practice, listed as questionable, but missed last week. However you feel about Glasgow, it is an upgrade. It is better to have him back than have him sidelined. And the interior of the offensive line is going to be tested. If it's Owashika, so be it. Tate Ratledge, these guys have to step up and have huge games. Have to have huge games against that interior of the Cowboys defensive line. And if they can't, and even if they can, the Lions need to get the ball to the perimeter to Gibbs. Get him on the edge. Run outside the tackles. I'm not saying abandon the interior run game, but favor the outside run against that interior, the Dallas defensive line, and try and take advantage of Jahmyr Gibbs' speed. In the pass game, is it going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown tonight or TK85? This is a big deal, but how big of a deal is it? People like Tom Kennedy. Tom Kennedy's a bit of a cult hero in Detroit, but there's a reason why Tom Kennedy has been released and re-signed and practice squatted and activated and then released and re-signed and practice squatted over and over and over again. However, he had a career-high receptions last week in emergency duty when Amon-Ra went down. And suddenly you're like, thank God for Tom Kennedy. But if Amon-Ra can go and be effective, this is massive. If he can't go, what can TK85 get? There's a guy that's never been said, get Tom Kennedy in space. Well, I'm going to say it. Get Tom Kennedy in space tonight against these Dallas Cowboys. Can he do it? He played in 4 games last year. He had 1 target. 1 target. Career high 4 catches last week. What can Tom Kennedy be against this Dallas defense? In the meantime, when Dallas has the football, problems. The Lions' pass defense has not been good of late. They have shown a pulse this year, but not of late. Dallas's passing game, they got the most 30-plus passing yard plays in the NFL against a team that has given up the most 30-plus passing yard plays in the NFL. Calvin Shepard talked this week about their pass rush hasn't been good enough to play any style of defense. George Pickens' ability to just devour man coverage has been a problem this year for opposing defenses. And the Lions play a ton of man coverage, amongst the most in the league. Does Calvin Shepard cross him up with more zone tonight? And with Kirby Joseph now listed as out for this game, he has been their ball hawk in the secondary. Dak Prescott has thrown 8 interceptions. Only 10 quarterbacks have thrown more. Legion of whom activate? Thomas Harper. Is this a Thomas Harper game? Does Amik Robertson step up and make a play? You know who thinks Amik Robertson can make a play? Amik Robertson. I don't know if I've ever seen a player that exudes more confidence on the field than he does. But why can the Lions be better against the Dallas passing attack tonight? Because Nate Thomas is in for Tyler Guyton at left tackle. Tyler Guyton out for this game. They're starting left tackle. And the right tackle, Terrence Steele. Last year, Steele allowed 37 pressures, 126 among qualifying tackles. And he has struggled at times this year. That's 2 tackles. This is a Hutch game. We've all seen Hutch at his best, and we've seen him not so great at times. This is a Hutch game. Hutch needs to be felt early and often by Dak Prescott. This needs to be the kind of game where he's living in the backfield. And you know what? Dallas surely is going to do what everybody else does, pay a little bit of extra attention with a tight end chipping on him, maybe a running back. As they move him from side to side, maybe a running back coming over to make life more difficult on Hutch. Well, guess what? Hutch isn't the only one going against 2 tackles that have some questions about whether or not they can protect Dak Prescott. So is El-Quadin Muhammad. So is Marcus Davenport. Those guys need to be felt tonight. And I like this matchup. And I expect a big matchup, a big production night out of the Lions pass rush. If not, problems. So here we sit on a Save Your Season Thursday. And I ask you the question, do they win tonight? Do they save their season? 248-539-9797. This town, hey, we are fully intoxicated with Lions. Do they save their season tonight? 248-539-9797. Additionally, who's the hero? Who's the guy that comes through big tonight? Now, if you don't think they save their season, that's fine. We'll take those calls as well. But we want to know from you today. Call your shot. I'm going to record these. We're going to write these down and revisit them tomorrow. We'll take your text, your phone calls, your tweets. We got a bunch of those that have come in already. And you can go to our Twitter page at DougAndGator971 and vote there. Do the Detroit Lions save their season? We've set the table for you. You can vote to the Lions win or the Cowboys win. And you can comment. Comments get read on the air on our Twitter page at DougAndGator971. Do the Lions save their season, and who's the hero? 248-539-9797. We want to hear from you. Next, we'll talk to the Birchie Kid, our Lions insider, today at 10:30. We set the table for a massive football game tonight. One that feels like, you win this game. The way Dallas has been playing, is this their biggest win of the year? This be their biggest win of the year. 248-539-9797. Your phone calls, your feedback next here on Karsch and Anderson on 97.1.